See that right there? That, the young one? Yeah, that's my relative. It's mine. Yeah, it's like my great-great-great-grandfather or something. No big deal. It's my relative. Hey peeps, my name's Jasmine Sky, and I like analyzing things in cosplay. Today I'm going to talk about why Quidditch is absolutely ridiculous as Harry Potter. Look, the Dursleys are only going to be gone for a little while, and they're going to kill me if they catch me using Dudley's camera, so let's do this as quickly as possible. Okay, quick disclaimer before I get started. I know there's probably a lot of videos out there and blog posts and stuff talking about why Quidditch is ridiculous and pointing out all the plot holes, and they probably have a lot better points than I will have. I didn't watch any of them, I didn't read any of them, I didn't try to take anything from anyone else, so if I did copy someone, I'm sorry, didn't mean to. My three main points in this video come from just my years of reading the books and watching the movies. I played Muggle Quidditch for 2 years, what up? I read Quidditch through the ages and played several Quidditch video games growing up, so that kind of stuff. The window light is totally reflecting off my glasses. I can't do anything about that. This is my first YouTube video, so I'm sorry. Expect a little bad editing and awkwardness and stuff. So, I mean, you can point it out if you want to, because it's YouTube and you are probably gonna do that, but I don't know. Give me a little leeway, guys. I'm sorry. I think the Weasley twins must have put something in my chocolate frog. My accent's totally off. These Muggle brooms are pretty legit, you know. That was a terrible. The first of my three main points as to why Quidditch makes absolutely no sense as a competitive sport is the 150 points that you get when you catch the snitch. I mean, seeker bias and all that, it's pretty cool to be in such an important position. But, could have been a beater, you know. Catching the snitch grants the team 150 points, while a goal with the quaffle grants them 10 points. 10 points. 150. 10 points. In order for a team to win without a snitch catch, they have to be 150 points over the opposing team. And that opposing team's seeker still has to catch the snitch. As we see in the Quidditch World Cup, watching a game that has one team pull that far ahead of the other team is boring. It's just boring. Supposedly that game was super exciting, right? The big Quidditch finale, whoa, so exciting. What is exciting about a team being that bad that they fall behind 150 points by the time their seeker catches the snitch? That doesn't make any sense to me. Fun games in sports. I haven't watched a lot of sports, but I've watched some sports. Fun games in sports are close games. I mean, sure, I might be excited to like see if the team is gonna do it, if they're gonna get far enough ahead that snitch catch doesn't matter. It doesn't make any sense. And that's, I mean, everyone knows that. It makes no sense. The seeker bias is overwhelming. Muggle Quidditch has done it a lot better. It's only 30 points when you catch the snitch. Still ends the game. Still really big. I mean, that's 3 goals, 30 points. That's still a big deal, but it's much more even. It actually matters how good your chasers and beaters are. I mean, okay, beaters can sometimes affect the snitch catch too, but chasers do nothing. Really, I mean, why not just watch 2 seekers trying to catch a snitch? Like, it's as if the game itself with the quaffle and the hoops, that's like a halftime show while you're waiting for the seekers to compete in catching a snitch. I'm flying! Point number 2, why Quidditch makes no sense as a professional sport. And I could be wrong about this, but I cannot think of a single major sport, or even most of the minor sports, that do not let the player sub out for another player. What sports don't allow the players to sub out? Like gymnastics, but gymnastics is a solo sport. So that doesn't, I mean, swimming is a solo sport unless you're in a relay, and that's the whole point of a relay, is subbing out with your partner, teammates, whatever. According to the rule book, Quidditch rulebook, there is no subbing out. Like, if you get grievously injured, too bad for your team. When Harry Potter breaks an arm or whatever, I mean, too bad, Gryffindors. You guys are out of luck. Can't catch the snitch. Just gonna resign the game. I mean, it's not like you had a perfectly good backup seeker just waiting in the wings. Really? The only exception to this rule is during the really, really, really long games, like the 3-day games, where you're allowed to sub out because the players are just too exhausted. And, you know, by day 3, if you don't get water, I mean, you're dead, actually. So I guess you could call it timeout. But beside the point, what? Like, who calls that? Is it the refs? If so, that seems very objective. Like, is there a minute-to-minute rule book of when is so much exhaustion? Like, is it at the 24-hour mark? Are you expected to fly on a broomstick for 24 hours before you can take a break? Look, if riding a broom is like riding a horse, that's a lot of ab strength you're working on, okay? And not to mention arm strength. Are you throwing a ball back and forth, right, and hitting things? Going back to, is this an exciting professional sport to watch? I think when a player gets really tired and they start dragging, the energy is lost. The audience is no longer excited to watch that player because the player is no longer excited to play the game because they're really tired. This message brought to you by pumpkin juice. It tastes delicious. My third and final point as to why Quidditch is absolutely ridiculous is on refereeing your Quidditch game. There is only one referee for a Quidditch match. One. This is a problem because one referee should not be expected to notice all 700 fouls. A Quidditch game is played in the air. They're flying. They're flying in the air. We are flying. When I am on a broomstick, I fly, okay? It was totally flying. This Muggle broom totally works, okay? I can fly. Why would you expect a referee to be able to see what is above them, below them, and all around them? Quidditch pitches exist in complete 3D, okay? That sounds weird because everything in the real world is in complete 3D, but you know what I'm saying. Like, there are players doing things everywhere. Like, sure, you can keep an eye on the action and only be seeing what the chasers are doing, but then you're missing it if some seeker decides to ram into another seeker up there. You're missing it if some beater over there hits a bludger straight to the keeper, which, by the way, is against the rules. You're not supposed to hit a bludger to the keeper unless the quaffle is actively in their zone. Flint. In the World Cup, the only referee, as far as I could tell, was a guy named Hassan Mustafa, who I probably mispronounced his name, sorry. He's from Egypt, and it was a super big deal for him to be able to referee the Quidditch World Cup. That's awesome for him. It's the finals of this whole international sport, and there's one referee. And that one referee gets distracted by the Vilas, you know, the Bulgarian mascots, and has them thrown off the pitch, or tries to have them thrown off the pitch, because he got distracted by them, so he didn't see the fouls. First off, that's like blatant cheating right there. If they have mascots who, okay, I'm not going to get into the Vilas being mascots thing. That's a huge problem. But blatant cheating if your mascots are actively distracting the ref. Like, I'm pretty sure that's a big deal in any major sport. That would be a bad thing. Okay? I mean, this problem would have been solved with Hassan getting distracted if there had been more than one referee at the final game for the year's international Quidditch competition. Whatever. There should have been more than one referee. I'm gonna stop filming here because my lighting is dying, as you can tell by the random glare. And, well, it was my first YouTube video, so if I was super awkward, sorry. That's the deal. Please let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree with any of my 3 main points for why Quidditch is ridiculous. I am going to hopefully do some more videos like this in the future. I have some cool ones planned, like with Nagisa from Free. Hopefully you guys are kind of interested in this idea. I know I didn't stay in character the whole time, but I'm just having fun in cosplay, so whatever. Hit the thumbs up button if you like this, and I hope to see you later. Bye, peeps. Hogwarts, Hogwarts, huggy, huggy, Hogwarts, teach us something, please. Where the blib, 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 where? Da 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 da, young with scabby knees.